What would you do if the only way to live was to drink your own blood? These aren't just survival stories. They're tests of the human soul. Watch till the end. It may be the best decision of your life, inshallah. Let's begin with number 10. Trapped in Ice, the Miracle of Anna Bogenholm. It was supposed to be a fun day of skiing in the Norwegian mountains. Anna Bogenholm, a radiologist from Sweden, was gliding down the slope with two friends. But as she lost control and skidded off the path, something horrifying happened. She fell into a frozen stream and got trapped under a sheet of thick ice. Her body was wedged beneath the surface. She was upside down, submerged in freezing water, and couldn't move. For 80 minutes, Anna was technically dead. Yes, you heard that right. Dead. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. Her body temperature dropped to 56.7 degrees Fahrenheit, 13.7 degrees Celsius, the lowest body temperature ever recorded in a human who survived. Her heart had stopped. There were no signs of life. Her rescuers thought it was too late. But what saved her was the cold. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. The extreme cold slowed her metabolism to such a crawl that her brain didn't suffer permanent damage. Doctors used a heart-lung machine to slowly warm her back to life. It was like reviving someone from a deep freeze. And it worked. She woke up, days later, confused, with no memory of the accident. You thought being frozen meant certain death? Think again. But hold on tight. Number 9 will take you even deeper into the unknown. Number 9. The man who cut off his own arm. Aron Ralston. Imagine being trapped by a boulder, alone in a canyon, with no food, no water, and no one coming to help. That's exactly what happened to mountaineer Aron Ralston in Blue John Canyon, Utah, in 2003. A boulder shifted while he was climbing, pinning his right arm against the canyon wall. He was stuck, completely immobile. For 127 hours. He waited, hoping for a miracle. He drank his own urine. He recorded goodbye messages to his family. His hand started decomposing. Then, on the 6th day, he made a decision that would shock the world. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. Using a dull, multi-tool knife, Aron amputated his own arm by breaking the bones first. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. But here's what most people don't know. He never screamed. He later said, "I was smiling when I walked out of the canyon." He didn't just survive. He walked 8 miles, covered in blood, and flagged down help. Aron's story inspired the film, 127 Hours. But what the movie left out is something too gruesome to reveal here. Still watching? Good. Because number 8 proves that even death itself isn't always the end. Wait, listen, Cornwork T, please subscribe. Your subscription and watching this video can truly support my journey and inspire me to work harder. Let's continue. Number 8. Buried Alive. The Story of Beck Weathers. 1996. Mount Everest. One of the deadliest disasters in Everest history. Beck Weathers was caught in a blizzard near the summit. He went blind mid-climb from a pre-existing eye condition. Disoriented and weak, he collapsed in the snow, and his group was forced to leave him behind. Everyone thought he was dead, but he wasn't. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. The next morning, after spending 18 hours in minus 40 degrees Celsius temperatures, Beck woke up. His face was black with frostbite. His hands were frozen claws. And still, he walked back to camp. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. When rescuers saw him staggering toward them, they thought he was a ghost. Doctors later amputated both hands, his nose, and parts of his feet. And yet, he's now a motivational speaker. Still climbing, still fighting. You think you'd give up after losing your face? Think again. But brace yourself. Number 7 isn't just a story of survival. It's a mystery that science still can't fully explain. Number 7. The boy who came back from the dead. Gene Hilliard. December 20th, 1980. Langby, Minnesota. 19-year-old Gene Hilliard crashed her car in a snowstorm. She tried to walk to a friend's house but never made it. Hours later, her friend found her frozen solid, face down in the snow. Her body was literally frozen. Hard as wood. Her eyes didn't respond to light. Her skin was ice cold. She had no pulse. Everyone assumed she was dead. They rushed her to a hospital anyway, more out of desperation than hope. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. As her body thawed, she started moving. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. Doctors expected permanent brain damage, but she woke up completely normal. No brain damage, no memory loss, not even a limp. Science can't fully explain it. She defied everything we know about the human body and hypothermia. Even now, decades later, she remains a living medical miracle. But if you think that's unbelievable, number 6 will leave you speechless. Number 6. Stranded at sea for 438 days. The Salvador Alvarenga story. This is the longest solo survival at sea in recorded history. In 2012, Salvador Alvarenga, a fisherman from El Salvador, went out to sea with a young crewmate. A sudden storm smashed their engine, and they lost radio contact. Their boat drifted aimlessly in the Pacific Ocean. For 14 months, they had no maps, no compass, no motor, just a tiny open boat and endless water. They caught fish with bare hands, drank rainwater, and sometimes their own urine. But within a few weeks, his crewmate died. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. Alvarenga kept the Mewi corpse on the boat for 6 days, talking to it, convinced he wasn't alone. Then, he threw the body into the sea and screamed in agony. He was now utterly alone, with 9,000 miles of water around him. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. After 438 days, he washed ashore in the Marshall Islands, barely able to stand. He had lost half his body weight. Doctors said he should have died 100 times over. But he didn't. Because his will to live was stronger than the ocean itself. Now, you think that's the peak of human endurance? Think again. Number 5. Cannibal Island, the forgotten horror of Nazino. What if the government dropped you on an island with no shelter, no food, and no hope, and just walked away? In 1933, under Stalin's regime, over 6,000 people, many of them innocent, were deported to a small island on the Ob River in Siberia. Their crime? Being socially harmful. The plan was to build a labor camp, but no supplies were sent, no tools, no food. Just an island surrounded by freezing water and endless forest. Within days, desperation set in. People began collapsing from hunger. Then came the unthinkable. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. Survivors began eating the dead, and then killing the living to eat them. Eyewitnesses spoke of humans being hunted like animals. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. A woman was caught with cooked human liver in her pocket. Some used bones as weapons. This went on for weeks before Soviet officers realized what had happened. Only a few hundred people survived. The rest were consumed by hunger, by madness, and by each other. Most people have never even heard of Nazino Island, but it's one of the most horrifying examples of how quickly humanity can vanish when survival is at stake. You might think things couldn't get worse, but number 4 will take you into the skies, and into a nightmare no human should ever face. Number 4. Falling from the Sky. Juliane Kupke's 10,000-foot miracle. December 24th, 1971. Lanza, Flight 508 was flying over the Peruvian rainforest when lightning struck the plane. It exploded mid-air, disintegrating at 21,000 feet. 17-year-old Juliane Köpke, still strapped to her seat, was thrown into the sky. She fell over 10,000 feet into the jungle canopy. Everyone else died. Somehow, Juliane survived. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. She had a broken collarbone, a torn ligament, deep wounds crawling with maggots, and she was completely alone in the world's deadliest rainforest. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. She wandered for 11 days, drinking muddy water, sucking moisture from leaves. At night, the jungle echoed with screams, jaguars, snakes, insects burrowing into her skin. On the 10th day, she found a boat. She poured gasoline on her infected wounds to kill the maggots, and waited. She was found the next day by local lumber workers, barely alive. Juliane had survived. A mid-air explosion. A fall from the sky and the jungle itself. But nothing prepared her for the secret she discovered later. Number 3. Alone in the Andes, the secret of Roberto Canessa. In 1972, a plane carrying a Uruguayan rugby team crashed into the Andes Mountains. Out of 45 people, 29 survived the crash. The others didn't. Temperatures dropped to minus 30 degrees Celsius. No one came. After 8 days, the group heard over a radio that the search had been called off. Food ran out. And what happened next has shocked the world for decades. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. They began eating the bodies of their dead friends. Carefully, respectfully, but still, human flesh. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. After 2 months, 2 survivors, Roberto Canessa and Fernando Parado, walked 38 miles over the Andes, with no gear, no maps, and frostbitten feet. They navigated pure white peaks, cliffs, and storms until they found civilization. But here's what's rarely told. One of the passengers might have been alive when the first body was eaten. His injuries were severe, but not fatal. They never talk about him. And even now, survivors struggle with the question, was the first bite taken too soon? You've been warned. Number 2 may disturb you on a level you didn't think possible. Number 2. The woman who lived in a snake pit. The secret of Norina's cellar. This story is rarely told, and for a long time it was dismissed as folklore, until evidence was found. In 1943, during World War II, a woman named Norina from central Italy was hiding from Nazi soldiers. She fled into the forest and found an old, collapsed wine cellar, half buried underground. She stayed hidden inside it for safety, but she wasn't alone. It was infested with vipers. She had no flashlight, no food, and no way out. She laid still for hours, days. The snake slithered over her, coiled beside her. She stopped breathing to avoid being bitten. She ate rats, drank rainwater that trickled in through the cracks. And every night, the snakes moved closer. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. She wasn't trapped for hours, or even days. Norina lived in that cellar for about 7 months. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. When she was finally rescued by partisans, her eyes had fully adapted to the dark. She was terrified of sunlight. She refused to speak for weeks. But here's the real twist. When doctors examined her, they found multiple healed snake bites. She had been bitten, but never got sick. To this day, no one understands how she survived the venom. Her blood has been studied, and researchers believe she may have developed natural immunity through repeated exposure. And now, we reach number 1. Brace yourself. This isn't just the most extreme survival story. It's something that may force you to question reality itself. Number 1. The boy who survived 3 deaths. The case of Vitaly Kaloyev. Vitaly Kaloyev's story begins not with survival, but with loss. In 2002, his wife and 2 children died in a mid-air collision over Germany. Vitaly was shattered. But the story doesn't end there. Months later, he traveled to Switzerland and found the air traffic controller he blamed for the crash. And he killed him. Coldly, silently. He was arrested, convicted, and while in prison, something unimaginable happened. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. While incarcerated, Vitaly attempted suicide. Twice. Each time his heart stopped. Each time he was revived. Then came the 3rd attempt. A hanging. No pulse. For every 6 minutes. Pay attention, I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. When he was revived again, he claimed to have seen and spoken to his family. They told me to come back, he said, to live. After prison, he returned home. He built a memorial garden where he spends every day. He has survived grief, suicide, and clinical death 3 times. And what he saw during those minutes, no one can take away. You might call it madness or a miracle. But now, get ready for the most terrifying, unbelievable fact of this entire video. The final surprising fact. In 2008, a team of researchers at a remote survival institute in Siberia conducted an experiment to test human resistance to death. One man volunteered. He was buried alive with a small oxygen tube for 9 days. On the 10th day, they unearthed him. And here's the twist. He was gone. The tube untouched. The coffin empty. No tunnel. No disturbance. No signs of struggle. To this day, no one knows what happened to him. The lab was shut down. The records erased. Only one photo remains of an empty wooden box and scratch marks on the ceiling. So ask yourself this. What are we truly capable of when the will to survive kicks in? And more importantly, what lies beyond that survival? Inshallah, this video changed how you see life.